I am going to attempt to do one of my more usual videos for you as much as I can. Just want to give an update on my mom real quick. She is at home, and she'll be under hospice care until either God takes her home or until she no longer qualifies for hospice care. People do come off of hospice for many reasons. But I can tell you that I just washed my hair and just want to get the tangles out. I am a little more peaceful this morning because my mom is much happier at home, and she's in her own bed, and my sister can be there with her like probably 99% of the time, and chapstick in here. And my sister has nursing training, so she, she knows how to do all those things, like move her and stuff like that, and she can keep an eye on her vitals and stuff. Plus, she'll have nurses and CNAs, and the hospice people and the hospice doctor coming in, and a chaplain coming in, and all that good stuff to keep an eye on her. But I think the best thing is that she's so much more comfortable, and you can see it. It was it took a little just to get her set up and figure things out. But my sister says she woke up last night. She was halfway to the bathroom by herself because my mom doesn't require. She really doesn't. She knows she can move herself around, and she prefers to move herself around. And I think as long as she can, we shouldn't stop her. But there are a few dangers. Because of the cath, and we don't want her to step on that and accidentally pull that out. Just don't want her to hurt herself. And she knows how to move her body though, so that it doesn't hurt her as much. What am I even doing? My schedule is so messed up. Yep, I shave this little hair that grows out of this little mole, and I check for any. Laugh, you young'uns. Laugh. Lord, I remember when I was 23 and saw my first gray hairs. Heavens. Little did I know. Anyways, so my mom is definitely much more comfortable. And she's alert. She's all there. She didn't miss a beat. Even when she looks like she's resting, she's listening to everything we say. So, and she's eating more now because, I would say a lot more, but she ate half a bowl of tomato soup last night. I don't remember what else my sister said this morning, but because she's finally got movement, and I think obviously that's probably the result of the radiation treatment. I just don't know why they wouldn't continue those. You know what I mean? I'm hoping she can get that cath removed, because it's got to be ungodly uncomfortable. Not to mention very inconvenient for her. So we just don't want anything to back up into her. But that's definitely something, if I'm ever there with the doctors and stuff, I'll ask them about, because it seems to me like if she is going to the bathroom now, getting some stuff out, that she'd be able to urinate also. Because I know those cats, the last thing I would want is for her to get an infection from that, and then that would be a whole nother thing, you know. It's just a, you know, but overall, I'm really happy. Really happy that she's at home. There's a whole lot about what's happening to her that I don't understand, and I can freely admit that. But I don't think the doctors do either, if you want to know the truth of the matter. You know? I mean, I think there was a whole lot of guessing done. And they got a biopsy done, but they never got an image of the thing. So they did a CT scan. Excuse me. So I don't know. Maybe that they got an image that way. Anyway, my mind sometimes tries to figure out what in the heck they were doing or thinking, and but you will drive yourself crazy like that. But if you have had someone on hospice, I welcome your comments, you know, and especially if it was under a cancer situation. What kind of cancer was it? You know, share your story with me, because, you know, it would be very encouraging to me. I've been watching this hospice nurse on YouTube, and the information she gives is really good. Also, the information that she's giving, I don't see any of it in my mom yet, you know, so which I find encouraging. But anyways, sorry. Dealing with my mom nearing the end of her life is so much harder than with my dad and my stepdad, because we didn't go through any of this with them at all. So, but in another way, it's also better because we get to say goodbye, you know. And I think we've pretty much done that. Now we're just enjoying our time with her. Today I actually apologized, because I feel like I've been kind of a shitty daughter all these years, you know, and my mom's like, guilty conscience. Yes and no. I'm not gonna say that my feelings weren't justified, but there comes a point where you know, like I said before, I found real love for my mom that I never had, really. I found it, unfortunately, later than sooner, but God had let me see her the way He sees her, you know. And you kind of get off your high horse and you're like, you know, well, who was I to judge decisions she made when she was younger? Because the Lord knows I've made some bad decisions, not just when I'm young, but even, you know, older. So you don't walk in somebody, you know, you're not in someone else's shoes. You don't have a right to judge them for decisions that they made that they felt was best for them, or they were just trying to be happy at the time. You know, we all do it. My posture has been terrible lately. I've got to get, because I've been driving so much. So I'm sitting back in the car like this a lot, and it has really had an effect on my back. That is the one thing about this that I really, really hate, is the drive. Because when my stepdad passed away, she moved in literally down the street from my sister. And me and my other sister live an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So, for the past 2 weeks, I've been going back and forth and back and forth. And I'm a little concerned because yesterday I felt my car on the way home I felt my car kind of pull. I don't know how to explain that. I think it definitely needs an oil change. God only knows when I'm going to have time to do that. But it needs an oil change, I think, before I go back. All the fluids need checked. And I'm going to have to get new tires soon, too. So it's definitely hurting my car. It's physically, hurting me. So I've got it now. I'm only going to be able to go back on the weekend. And my family does understand this because they know I got to work. I'm the only one that has to work. My niece even was able to basically quit her job for a while. They work for a wonderful pharmacy that is going to hold their jobs for them. I don't have that luxury. I miss enough time and I lose clients. And I lost 2. So I really can't lose any more. Yes, they understand, but they need child care also. And that kind of, bothers me a little, because you tell every family when you enroll, make sure you have someone who can be your backup. Because as an in-home child care provider, things are going to come up in my life that require me to be closed. Not for just some la-ti-da holiday, but because my life matters. And I have to close for, doctor's appointments, just personal time, family time, emergencies like this. So they need to have a reliable backup care for during those times, rather than, messaging me and getting upset. Because I'm going to be like, that's my family. You know what I mean? So that's always been a drawback of having an in-home daycare and not having to be able to afford a staff. So yeah. Out doing my shopping. Life doesn't stop because you have things happening in your life. Well, that was a better shopping trip than I thought it was going to be. Usually I hate running into people that I know. I don't know, everybody in the store was real friendly with each other and struck up this conversation with this one lady. We were both complaining about the prices and stuff, and then I ran into 2 of my aunts. And they were in there shopping together. That's gonna be me and my sister Sunday, I know it. And asking about my mom, of course. It is so freaking hot out here, humid. It's gonna be hot in Virginia all summer. I don't care if it's 70 degrees outside. 70 degrees in Virginia in the summer is not the same as 70 degrees in the fall. Totally different. Humidity, air quality, all that. It's way different. And there's a storm coming. This one lady told me in there. So I got all this done. A few things still left to get that I'm just going to order just because I didn't feel like carrying it into the house. Like a big bag of dog food for Sandy Girl and thing of water, that kind of stuff. I know, and you're probably like, Dreama, you're right there. But y'all don't know, man. Maybe some of you do. I'm just tired. So, I was talking to them too about, cause I feel so bad because I can only go to see my mom on the weekend because I have to work, and I'm like the only one in my family that cannot just quit. Well, and my niece, but I mean, amongst my sisters, I can't just not work. This is my livelihood, and one of my aunts told me while I was in there, this is my livelihood, and I'm gonna have this even after my mom's gone. I can't, let my life get destroyed in the process of grieving for my mom. One thing I have learned from losing my dad and my stepdad is how to keep moving. It actually helps you grieve better too. Not my opinion about it, but keep moving. I mean, and I thank God that I have, my sister Cindy, who lives up there, that can be with her. And I call her, 2 or 3 times a day. And when I get all this stuff taken care of and put in the house, I'll call again. And then fix me some lunch. I've been craving a salad. My aunt looks at me and says, Dreama, you have really lost a lot of weight. From the last time she saw me. I'm like, yep. Stress does that to me. I can't eat very well. I don't eat very well when I'm stressed out. Stress for now I have a sister who's stressed, she eats. Some people stress eat. I stress don't eat. And I think just the general constantly, having to just keep moving and keep right now just, I don't know how to explain it to you. I really don't. If you've been through it, you understand what I'm trying to say, but just, worrying about my mom, praying for her, grieving the, eventual loss of her. Plus at the same time, keeping my life moving. It's exhausting. And I got a feeling that when she's gone, and we don't know when and I hope it's a while yet, but we don't know when that's going to be. But I have a feeling at that point in time, I may just very well collapse. Okay, let's get this stuff inside. Sorry, I pushed the start button on the record and mid-yawn. It caught me. Anyways, wanted to wrap up this video. I am recharging my camera. I am trying to capture the hummingbirds that, sorry, I'm trying to get this so I can hear myself. I'm trying to capture the hummingbirds on video that feed on the feeder out front. I'm just trying to get it positioned in the right place. It's charging right now. I've never used a camera like this, so I'm trying to mount it just right. So far, I think I've had it way too close to the hummingbird feeder, and trying to figure out how to make sure that it is continually recording also. So I just ate a salad, so I need to floss. Anyway, I want to sincerely thank everybody. Hold on. Okay. I want to sincerely, it's getting on my nerves. Gotta go floss and brush right after this. But I want to sincerely thank everyone who has been praying for my mom, for my family, for me, um, and the messages through here, Facebook, on email, and it means a lot. I'm just like, because I can only go on the weekends right now, um, I'm just like um, praying that God extends her time with us. Uh, Sandy chomping over there, y'all hear? Uh, I have not done any Johnny Depp updates, though I have seen some things come across my YouTube and all, and on his social media, and I need to do like just a separate video to talk about those things. And I need to catch up because I haven't been really thinking about Johnny Depp, right now. Um, and yeah, so um, see what else. I guess that's it. I don't think there was anything else that I was going to talk about. I'm working on a painting. So I was going to record myself painting that, but it's really taking me a long time to finish, like probably a few months, honestly, because I don't have a lot of time to work on it. My goodness, sorry. It's about 2:30. I'm tired. I think a lot of that is, just from the back and forth and you know, working on top of it and the stress and everything. Um, oh, I really could stand a few days just under the blankets, snuggled down in my pillows, cool bedroom, fan on me, just dark. I could use a few days of that. um, so, you guys, just, thank you for hanging in there with me. I'll get a Johnny Depp video up soon. I got to catch up on what he's up to. Uh, and I've seen, like I said, I've seen videos come across my YouTube I haven't been able to watch. I think my voice is, I think when I get real tired, my voice is just doing this when I'm tired. So, my mom's voice sounds a lot better now, for sure. She did have her like a really scratchy voice for a while, a long time. She sounds a lot better now. She looks so much happier at home. I just can't even explain. She just looks so much happier at home. And she's eating more because she's finally able to start emptying herself out. And um, I'm really happy about that. That's got to do a lot for her comfort level. I gotta say though, I wasn't happy with UVA at all. Not even a little bit. I mean, and I realize when it's you or someone you love that's in the hospital, you can find fault. But when I went over just out of curiosity to look at their reviews, they were awful. Especially when it came to handling patients' pain management. Um, the other hospital she was at was a small community hospital, and while they weren't able to medically really do a lot for her, I mean, they sure went above and beyond to do a lot for her mentally and emotionally, and for her physical comfort. I think they were better. Um, the hospital she just left is a research hospital, like MCV in Richmond. Now they're called VCU.
It's a research hospital with a lot of students, and so I think a lot of their stuff is focused on um, the learning aspect of it. My mom is donating her body when the time comes, just like my dad did, my stepdad. And as with him, I've been tasked with that job, and it is uh, quite the responsibility. And chomp, chomp, chomp. But it's also one of honor. Um, it really is. My goodness. Because honestly, just like with my stepdad, it makes me feel like that's like my final goodbye to her is let me carry out your wish. This is what you want. And and knowing that hopefully they can learn from my mom, you know, um, so that maybe someone else won't have to go through it. I believe cancer is a, it's probably for a whole nother video. Cancer is a huge business, you know. I don't think they ever really want to cure cancer because it is such a huge, booming business. It's easier to keep people sick and make money off them. Why would they ever heal us? Then they wouldn't be making money, you know. Yep, that's how I feel about it. Because I feel like there are things they could have done for my mom that they did not do. But that's a whole other, and that's not my grief talking. It's not my, worry talking. I think that's just a fact. Um, so yeah, let me end this video before I go off on a tangent about that and prepare for my day tomorrow. I still know that you guys want to see new Dreamcatcher tutorials. And if I can capture the hummingbirds and the rabbits and stuff in my yard, I will get those videos up. I'm still learning this camera. Um, so yeah, I think maybe because the battery's low, I don't know, but it's like maybe some of you guys know, um, like when you push the button to record, it like the screen goes black, and I think it's not recording anymore. You know what I mean? Then I'll push the button again. Of course, it'll stop recording. I just got to get used to this camera. I'm just not used to it. Anyhow, let me get off of here. Guys, thank you so much for watching my channel. I mean it. Thank you. I love you. Mwah. Thank you for the new subscribers that are along for this journey. If you know anyone else going through this, that's why one reason I'm doing these updates about my mom and talking about her in my videos, because it could help someone else. It will help me to look back to, I think. Um, and I just think, like the title of my channel says, Hearts United Gather Strength. And that acronym is HUGS. I mean, think about it. There is strength in numbers. Hearts United gather strength. So it helps us to lean on each other. And I get a lot of encouragement when I read other stories, of what they've gone through in a similar situation. So if you want to, don't be shy about sharing your story. I read them all. God bless. See you in the next video.